Hey guys, it's Friday the 23rd of May. I've been down the allotment for a few hours. I just want to show you what I've been up to and how things are getting on. So I'm going to start down here. We've got some potatoes, I've got some lettuce and some spring onions. Got my garlic, and there's some strawberries coming on there. Moving on, we've got the garlic. Could do with a bit of weeding, but I'm not doing that today. And then we've got some tomatoes, chilies, a few more tomatoes up there. I've started to open the tops off and push it all back just to get a bit of some fresh air in there, as it was getting really hot. Moving on, got some sweet corn, some squash, courgettes, and there's some very leggy sprouts down there as well. I've moved them from my kitchen windowsill and I've brought them down today. We've got my potatoes in here as well. These were planted really early, but they're no bigger than what's out in the ground, so I won't be growing any in the cold frame next year. And I've also put some netting around the fruit cage. All I do is get in, just unlock that there, and I'm in. Again, this could do with all weeding, but I'll get round to it when I can. I'm in no rush for this one this year. As long as I get some fruit, I don't really care. Moving on, this is going to be where my squash, I'm going to grow my squash. So I've covered it in some weed membrane, and I'll just grow it through some holes. Along here we've got some garlic and we've got some shallots. You can see that coming on quite nicely. There's a few holes where the shallots went rotten and nothing come up. I did plant some cauliflower out a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately the slugs had them, and the only thing I've got left is that down there. So luckily I've got some more cauliflower sown, so I'll wait until they're a little bit bigger and I'll plant them out round here. Moving on, we've got peas. Now I did sow some peas when I done my last video, when I put the supports up. Unfortunately nothing come up, so I went down to the garden centre last week and just picked up a couple of pots with some peas in. So they're starting to grow up the supports. We've got some more potatoes along here. In this bit here, I'm not sure what I'm going to grow. I'll come to it when I need to get some room. I'll probably grow my my sprouts in there. We've just got like a bit of a herb bed in there. There's some foxgloves growing as well. Zoom in there. This bit I still haven't really done anything with. Could do with digging over, but I've just covered it for now. My sweet corn will go in there, and my courgettes. So it'll be sweet corn that side, courgettes that side, and I'll probably have a few courgette plants in between the sweet corn as well. Moving on to, just thought I'll show you this. Some nice rhubarb and turnips. Just a few things I've pulled out this morning. Sorry, this afternoon. I'll take you around to the other plot. So at the moment I'm weed killing all these paths. Just putting weed killer down just to try and just make it easy for me, really. And we've got I'll start down here. So we've got some more garlic in there, and then we've got my strawberries, and they're coming up quite nicely, coming on. Quite a few nice ones, and some flowers on there. Then we've got my rhubarb and my blackcurrant bushes, sorry. So I'll just put some netting over them. Well, you can see them. Last year I grew some pot marigolds down here, and they've self-seeded everywhere, so I thought instead of digging them up and chucking them, I'll leave them there. So let's chuck that back on there. Got my mint, it's coming on quite nicely. And then we've got some onions, again they're starting to bulk up really nicely actually. And then in here got some more lettuce. I'll pick them out over the next couple of days. And I've moved some stuff from the bigger cold frames into this one here. So we've got some tomatoes, cauliflower, pot marigolds, got a bit of everything really. Moving on this way, some potatoes are coming up quite nicely now. There was a bit of frost damage on them, but they seem to have survived, and they're loving this rain that we've had recently. So are the weeds. Again, what I've done along here, I've put some weed killer down just to make it easy for me. And then some more potatoes. Again, more weed killer had gone down there. And these are my mains. Put some more weed kill down here just makes it easier for me. If I just keep putting weed kill down, this means that hopefully it'll keep on top of the weeds. Along here we're going to have my runner beans. I've got to dig this out over the next couple of days, put some supports up, and I can sow my beans. I normally sow direct. It's a little bit easier for me really because I haven't got the room. I haven't got a greenhouse or the space on the kitchen windowsill, so I just sow direct, and they've always done fine. As you can see, absolutely covered in weeds. And I actually dug this out probably about a month and a half back. I pulled all the weeds out that I could find, including the roots, but it just goes to show how quickly weeds will take hold. Moving on, we've got my square foot bed. As you can see, things are coming up quite nicely. There's a few sweet peas coming up. There's my lettuce, some beetroot, and I think there's some tomatoes coming up. So we'll see how they get on. And we've got some radish in there. So I'll sow some more stuff up in that over the next couple of weeks throughout the summer. And here we've got parsnips. The middle row, this end seems to have took quite well, but this last row, nothing's come up, so apart from weeds. So I'll sow some more parsnips in a few weeks, over the next couple of weeks. And onto my carrot bed. These are coming up quite nicely now. Some chives in there. I've put a couple of leeks around the side that I had spare. I did have some really, they weren't really big, but some nice carrots coming up. Unfortunately they went to seed, so I've had to pull them up as they were no good. Now, I've not weed killed along here because I had my daffs, and I also had a packet of wild flower seed. So I'm just letting that grow. I'll just get all the thistles out and stuff like that, but I'll leave that. doing its thing. Again, I've weed killed all along here last week, slowly killing it back. Got some more garlic in there. Last weekend I put my leeks out, so in fact they're coming up, they're doing really well actually. So I think I counted around about 35 leeks, I think, in there, and various other beds. So also I've just spotted something I want to show you. If anyone can tell me why it's done that. Well, that seems to have died back. And should I prune it off in case there is there's some disease on there? I'm not sure. If anyone can answer that, let me know. And also we have some apples, really baby tiny apples, and also my other tree that I got, it's late to blossom, but these are growing really well. I didn't think I'd actually get any fruit on these this year, but it's not doing too bad. Now moving on to my onions. Got some cracking onions in here. So as you can see, I don't know why you can see that. That's just one of the onions. Doing really well. What I've done is I've put bottles all around this bed, and it seems to have stopped whatever's taking the tops off, and so they're really shooting up now. I mean, done well. I mean, these have got a couple of more months left on these, so I'm not sure how big they're going to carry on, how big they're going to get, but hopefully they'll get quite big. And I'm tempted to let a few go to seed, get the seeds off them. So basically that is it. It's all coming on quite nicely. Fighting the weeds, mainly on the paths actually. But give it a couple more weeks, hopefully things will be growing, and it'll also smother out the weeds. So until next time, I'll see you later.